we're off for the Austrian Grand Prix.
We're green flag racing here at Boston.
Let's get this show on the road.
Going to lead us up through the gears, and let's go racing at the Brickyard.
Andrew Miller's going to come home to win the Austrian Grand Prix.
About the final corner, John Andrews will get 2 in a row. He wins at the New Jersey Motor Speedway.
Coming to the checkered flag, who's going to win the Independence 500? Brett Crawford steals it away on the final corner.
Down the front straightaway to the checkered flag. Who's it going to be? Arthur Xavier in the photo finish.
Welcome to the NOFSRL. A cloudy sky hangs over the Daytona International Speedway, but it's not going to stop us from setting the field for the 4th Daytona 500 here in Season 4 of the NOFSRL Trinity River Cup Series. Welcome to the World Center of Racing, everybody. It is time for duel number 1 of the 2022 MacTools Duel at Daytona. This duel will set the inside lane and the pole position for the Great American Race. I'm joined alongside Abe Troxel for this broadcast here. Welcome up into the booth again. We actually, in real time, we just finished recording the new Smyrna race a little bit ago, but here we are for the MacTools Duel at Daytona. And Abe, what can we expect here coming into these 20 laps here? It was 15 last season, 20 the season before, but now we're back up to 20 laps. What needs to be going through these drivers' minds here to get up to the front and get the pole position here?
Well, the weather is cloudy, which means there's going to be more track for some of these drivers to get through to the lead and get through the pack, but they need to watch out for wide anywhere around this track, as we've seen countless times before here at Daytona, Talladega, Armory Digital, that it will get hectic and they will crash if they go 4 wide for long enough. So they need to keep their head in the game and try to get up there as quickly and as calmly as possible so they can grab that pole position and start on the front row for the Daytona 500.
Absolutely, and of course, this being a new car and a completely different aero package than what we've seen here in seasons past, nobody really knows how these cars are going to race. It's not going to be anything like we saw last season. These cars are going to be going tremendously slower than what they were. They were running about 230 miles per hour around here last season. That is not going to be the case this year, I can tell you that much. But in testing anyway, it has been a similar dynamic of Season 2, the duels there and the Daytona 500 there, of course, which for the longest time I always considered to be the best and most interesting Speedweeks we've ever seen here on this channel, but we'll just have to see how it goes. It started off really good, I think, with the AutoNation battle at the beach, and we're ready to continue it here at Daytona International Speedway. Nothing else really to talk about, so we'll go ahead and get into the race here. Let's go down track side. We'll get you your starting lineup and get this pace lap started. And the engines will come to life here at the Daytona International Speedway. 20 are going to come off of the pit road here for duel number 1. Will Parrish in the 02 is on the pole position there alongside Waco, Texas' John Andrews there in the JBL number 5 Chevrolet Camaro. In row number 2, we find Brock Nelson there in the 18. He's going to be starting there alongside the 55 of Dale Lightning, who's coming off of a Scott's National Series championship 1 year ago. In row 3, we find Andrew Williams there in the Dracoan Racing Enterprises number 50, starting alongside the Buck Racing number 2 of Joey Hightower. In row number 4, we find rookie Caleb Rose there in the 15 car for Team Velocity, starting alongside the 84 of rookie out of Polar Star Motorsports, Marty Sakala. And rounding out the top 10, it is the Velocity number 52 of Ace Garcia, returning to the series for the first time since Season 1. And he is going to be starting alongside a 3-time winner from 1 season ago here in the series, Samit Ozgen there in the 83. So Abe, there's a whole lot of guys up there who would be good picks to win this one, but of course there's another 10 back here at the tail end of the field who do you think is going to come out of here with the pole here in MacTools Duel number 1?
I hate to try to curse my own brother's team here, but I'm going to have to go with that number 15 of Caleb Rose. That car's starting in a good spot here at Daytona, and I think he can pull through late and get that win.
And of course, the whole entire Velocitar fleet is actually in this duel. The 15, the 16, and the 52. We'll have to see if team orders come together for the Mercedes boys, and if they'll be able to get up there at all here in duel number 1. Pace car getting ready to come down the pit road. It's been a long off season, but we're ready to ring in the 2022 Trinity River Cup Series. Welcome to Speedweeks, everyone. It's green flag racing time here at Daytona. Let's get this show on the road. Oh, we're already taking a look at going 4 wide here. Dale Lightning, Andrew Williams, Caleb Rose, and Chase Harris. And thank goodness they're going to get out of that. But side by side for the race lead on the inside, rookie Brock Nelson leads lap number 1 of the first MacTools Duel. On the inside, here comes Chase Harris in the Valvoline number 23. Andrew Williams on the inside, 3 wide on Caleb Rose and Will Parrish as they head down the back straightaway.
And there comes that number 50 of Andrew Williams on the trying to make. He's gonna get under him there. He's stack up.
Problems for Caleb Rose in the 15. What in the world happened to that 15 car as he's coming down the pit road here very early? Right as we're coming to lap 3. But you know what? That's going to split the pack up too. But there's going to be less cars at the front than there is at the back. So surely you got to think that these guys and gal back here are going to be able to draft their way back up to the lead. Especially, they're going to have to. They're going to have to if we don't get a caution here. It looks like they're already doing so as Hightower's got a great run there with a draft from Ace Garcia and Kanan Biller.
Yeah, well, I didn't think they were going to be that separated for that long. These cars have very good closing rate. Pack there that they are going single file trying to catch these guys as Caleb Rose is coming off the pit road. Could be a tire that went down on that number 15, but he's going to lose the pace and start at the tail end of the inside line here. Break for that number 15, and my pick to win this duel. I really didn't want to curse him, but I guess I did there, and it's a shame that it happened.
That's twice now. You did that to Hightower at New Smyrna, and now you've done it to Caleb Rose here. But
it's a shame that happens sometimes.
Sometimes stuff just happens. But Andrew Williams leading the way right now here at Daytona, trying to block 2 lanes at once. Will Parrish trying to get a run there from the 55 of Dale Lightning. Could he be able to get to the inside of his Draconic Racing Enterprises teammate? Parrish gonna get to the inside, and Dale Lightning, team orders who? He's gonna push a rival team around his teammate Andrew Williams, and we'll see if Lightning could maybe go after the 0-2 for the race lead here. If he could get a push, Thomas Truxell coming on the inside there in the Sonic number 16 out of the Velocitar fleet. A big push coming from Steven Colon in the 99.
Yeah, that inside line seems to be moving and grooving there with Parrish, who's going to barely miss out on leading that lap there at the line. Andrew Williams is going to get it. Dale Lightning in that 55 is going to slip up to the middle. Thomas Truxell is going to fall as the second car on that inside lane there with the push from Steven Colon. And then Trey Smith, your last year's champion, running up on that inside lane. 4th car on the inside with help from that 83 of Sam Adoskin.
And don't look now, rookie to the series, but not a rookie to the NOFSRL. Here comes Mr. Edge, Nicholas Samadio, 5th on the inside in that advanced 98 car. And, you know, he's got his name from a moment here at Daytona years ago in the old NOFSRL Cup Series. when he won by 0.000 of a second in the Season 2 Daytona 500 over there. He's got a good chance to go for the pole position here in his first Daytona 500 on the Trinity River Cup Series side of things here.
Yeah, and he's getting a good push from that zero of Priya McShane there. He's going to move to the inside of that three-time winner last year, Sam Adoskin. There he goes to the inside. He's going to pass him very cleanly there. Trey Smith pushing Stephen Colon right now as they are side by side with Williams and Troxel on the outside.
Troxel looks like he's going to pull ahead and get the lead just by a little less than a car length at the start-finish line. We'll take a look at where Caleb Rose is real quick on the racetrack. There he is, just entering the tri-oval. Everybody else over in turns 1 and 2. Doing very well, though, to mind their P's and Q's. Haven't seen hardly any 4 wide, with the exception of the opening lap here, if I'm not mistaken. That may have been our last attempt, but either way, here comes Nicholas Samadio on the inside of Stephen Colon and Andrew Williams. He's going to move into the second position there. A big push there from the zero of rookie Priya McShane. Joey Hightower, Alex Lozano, new to the series there in the 4. In behind his teammate Joey Hightower as the Buck Racing duo tries to get up to the front here in the first MacTools Duel. Thomas Troxel all by himself up on the high side, and Mr. Edge is in the race lead now here at Daytona. We've seen this so many times before, and here it is again.
Yeah, I think those two would be very inclined with each other after all the close finishes that they've been in multiple NOFSRL series, but now that 98 is going to be taking the lead. Priya McShane trying to move him up to, which she will, and she will try to go to the inside, but Samadio is going to come back down, lead that lap by just about around a 300ths of a second on Thomas Troxel, who's battling back on the outside very well. That outside lane has been holding tough there lately.
But now the inside's starting to move again as Priya McShane gets down there. They're 3 wide for the race lead. Going down the back straightaway, Troxel noses ahead and will clear Samadio, headed off into turn 3. Samadio up in the middle, now working his way up to the top. That might not be a good move, but we'll have to see how it goes. Oh, that's a good move coming off the turn, though. And Samadio trying to clear McShane and Colon. Will clear Colon, but not McShane.
Yeah, that 16, that must have some...
Never mind, there we go.
Under that Velocity engine is there. Those two are breaking away. Oh, we might get some 4 wide here, back for 3rd place. Hightower trying to make his presence known under Priya McShane and Stephen Colon, but they'll file back out 3 wide there. As we have a 3, looks like, never mind, they're not a 3-car breakaway anymore. There goes Nicholas Samadio to the inside of Thomas Troxel. Colon will follow that 98, and Andrew Williams is going to follow the 16. Wow. Those two have been working together for this entire duel, and it looks like they're going to keep working together here.
A couple of Chevys on the inside and a Mercedes and Dodge on the outside for the first 4 positions. Here comes Priya McShane and Joey Hightower to the inside to make that 3 wide for the 4th position. And Hightower, what a charge down to the inside to the backside of Stephen Colon. And now the Buck Racing teammates tandeming on the inside, looking for the race lead. Joey Hightower looks like he's going to take it. What a move on the inside by the Buck Racing duo. With a little more help from Jacob Thibodeau down there, Joey Hightower to the point here at Daytona.
Joey Hightower is making that Buck Racing power known there, as those two are running currently 1-2 as that one on the inside, but Hightower is going to move to the middle. Lozano is going to the inside of him with Thibodeau and Dale Lightning in pursuit behind them, and then Ace Garcia in that 84 car of Marty Zakala there, as they are just moving and grooving. Not very many wrecks have happened so far, but we might get one here.
4 wide. Jacob Thibodeau, Stephen Colon in the middle, Dale Lightning on the inside, Troxel on the outside, now Samadio on the outside. This could be bad coming off of 4. They're making it work so far. And we'll see about when we get here through the tri-oval, and they're making it. I can't believe it, but we got to watch when they come out of turn 2 here. This is another trouble zone as Marty Sakala gets to the inside. Thibodeau and Colon still there. Troxel's on the outside. How are they making this work?
I have no idea. Troxel's trying to give that room, trying to make sure they don't wreck, but I think it might end here. Here they go back into turns 3 and 4.
They've been doing this for a full lap. Will they be able to hold on this time? Good grief!
They will. I cannot believe that. That is incredible. They make it a full 4 wide.
Oh, they're accordion together now. They're making some contact there. But my goodness, how are they making this work? They've been side by side in 4 wide for over a full lap now. But now rounding turn 2, they're still making it work. As Salmon Oskin's on the inside and Nicholas Samadillo on the outside of Stephen Colon and Jacob Thibodeau. We might get a second 4 wide here as Ace Garcia goes to the inside for second place. This is not work. This can't possibly work.
This can't.
There's no way. There they go. Zakalis into the outside wall, and a big one here in MacTools Duel number 1. Priya McShane's upside down and tumbling violently in the grass.
Violently.
Holy cow.
Tumbles. What a flip from Priya McShane there. That's definitely not what we wanted to see there, as we have gotten to lap 16 of 20.
We might have to do a green-white checker here to finish this up.
We might get a green-white checker.
That is as violent as a rollover as we've seen in this series. But Priya McShane, the rookie on the inside. Right. Priya McShane, that was a violent rollover as her car was already teleported to the pit road. Nicholas Samadillo involved in that. Perhaps it was inevitable to have been 4 wide for that long and for it to only happen again. Trey Smith, defending series champion, involved. Joey Hightower in it. Will Parrish, I think, got a piece there in the 0-2. Marty Sakala, was one of the first ones to go around there. Turned into the outside. Dale Lightning. Stephen Colon. Kanan Billers on the apron there in the 81. And Lozano and Thibodeau, yes.
Thibodeau with damage.
And it looks like Ace Garcia led the field around to the caution flag. Sam Oskin and Keegan Thompson right there. Remember, Thompson won his duel 1 season ago, and it was in this duel number 1. So we'll have to see when we get restarted here. He might have a chance to go back-to-back of the duel. He's not going to sweep the Speedweeks like he almost did 1 season ago. He won New Smyrna, won his duel, and finished 5th in the 500 1 season ago. But he definitely has speed. So we'll just have to see how it goes for Keegan Thompson there and everybody else here. We've got a lot of damaged cars still out here on the racetrack. And, of course, with green-white checkers coming up here, more than likely here in duel number 1 to finish this one out. And it's going to get crazy here in these final few laps. But a tough break for a lot of drivers here at the tail end of this duel. Let's go and take a look at what happened to bring out the first and probably the only caution here of the first MacTools Duel here at Daytona. So they were already 4 wide through 1 row for about almost 2 laps, and then they decided to do it again. And then there's Alex Lozano getting into the back end of Marty Sakala, turning him into the outside wall, and is going to take half the field with him. Dale Lightning there. Jacob Thibodeau gets a piece. John Andrews gets a little bit of a piece there. Will Parrish also. And then Priya McShane goes for the wildest ride we've ever seen here in any race here in the series. Flips 19 times in the infield grass here. End over end, side over side in that Ruby Motorsports Pontiac way up in the air. I'd love to see Trey Smith's on board there as he was sliding along through the grass. But then finally, at some point here, the 0 finally comes to rest, right side up. And as Abe said, that was quite a welcome to the series for Priya McShane. My goodness gracious.
So as they come through turn 4, 4 wide and 2 rows deep, Lozano clips the 84 of Zakala, sends them spinning half the field, and then Priya McShane goes end over end in the infield grass, digging into it and flipping a record 19 times, count it. And that number 0 for Ruby Motors that was just a horrific accident for that Zero. I hope she's all right. That was a horrible accident. Multiple other drivers involved with slight damage, but it takes out 4 cars here at Daytona.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have injuries or anything like that. It's just a simulation series, so of course Priya McShane is all right. That's the great thing. That's the great thing about these. Like, nobody gets hurt. It's just
nobody gets hurt, but she is going to be shaken up after that. She will.
Yeah,
definitely
you're
be
shaken up even if
that.
this is a game. Like, I'm shaken up just watching that.
Yeah, I'm saying I hope she's all right, because I hope whenever she watches this, she's going to be okay or feeling good watching that accident.
Yeah, for sure. But let's take a look at one more view here before we go back green flag racing at Daytona. So here we're on board with Will Parrish in the 0-2, rounding turn 4 as they go up into the outside wall there. He's going to get spun around, and then we turn around here. You're going to see Priya McShane in the background. Good grief.
Massive tumble for that.
But fortunately for Parrish, didn't look like he got a whole lot of damage on that 0-2. Just puts it right in gear and continues on. We'll see if that hinders his speed at all for the rest of this duel. But anyway, track is clear. We're good to go. So let's head to the restart here in the first MacTools Duel. So here we are. We're going to go one lap over here. It's going to be a green-white checkered finish to kick off the MacTools Duel here. In duel number 1, we're going to have a green-white checker to decide the pole position for the 2022 Trinity River Cup Series Daytona 500. A massive pileup happening out of turn number 4, eliminating Kanan Biller, the 22 of Trey Smith, the 98 of Nicholas Samadio, and the 0 of Priya McShane, who went tumbling in the grass. Meanwhile, it's Ace Garcia, Sam Oskin, Keegan Thompson, Jacob Thibodeau, and John Andrews in the top 5 as the green flag is out. Overtime here in the Trinity River Cup Series.
Thompson's going to go down to the inside of Oskin there, trying to make a move for second place. Here comes Thomas Troxel on the inside, being followed by some other undamaged cars.
Boy, John Andrews did not get going at all in car number 5.
I don't think anybody on the 3 going shot up like a cannon.
I don't believe so, but all the damaged cars are slow. Here comes Thomas Troxel on the inside with a big push coming from Andrew Williams in the 50. To the race lead goes the Sonic Mercedes around his teammate. White flag is in the air here at Daytona.
Those 2 cars have been working together this entire. Here comes Will Parrish to the inside. Harris is going to try to go to the that number 02 of Will Parrish. But right now, Thomas Troxel leads them down the back straightaway. Can Andrew Williams do anything about it? Can anybody else behind him do anything about it? There goes Sam Oskin to the inside of Chase Harris. He's not going to get there, actually.
Oh, here we go. Andrew Williams trying to mount a charge. He's not going to get there. Thomas Troxel is going to win the first MacTools Duel at Daytona.
Thomas Troxel in his first start in the Welcome to the TRCS. Yeah, I got that right. Thank goodness.
Yeah, you did.
Welcome to the TRCS. Thomas Troxel in his first start in the TRCS has won the duel. Ace Garcia is going to come in fourth place.
How about that?
It was incredible. I cannot believe that worked out like it would in real life, where 2 cars worked together and shot to the front and then dominated the entire race. That would be the 50 of Andrew Williams and the 16 of Thomas Troxel. So I bet those 2 will be having a nice drink.
They're not even teammates. And Ace Garcia, remember that Ace Garcia and Thomas Troxel are teammates. So
yeah, but
Troxel really left Ace Garcia hanging. But really, I don't know that we can blame him for that, because Ace Garcia was already falling back on the outside there. But, hey, how about Chase Harris, though? Rookie coming home in the 5th position there. Another rookie up there. Oh wow. A little bit of contact there between the 16 and the 52 as they come into the pits there. But I would assume message delivered, maybe?
Message delivered to the entire field. You guys might have to watch out for that. this year. As if he's winning this, who knows how much he'll win this season. That was just an incredible drive, an incredible race from all. It was, besides the massive accident, Priya McShane also got her welcome to by having a massive flip down the front straightaway infield.
Unbelievable. But what a first duel here for the Daytona portion of Speedweeks here on the Trinity River Network. Thomas Troxell wins with an average race speed of 161.636 miles per hour by 93 one-thousandths of a second ahead of Andrew Williams. Will Parrish there in third, Ace Garcia fourth, Chase Harris fifth, Keegan Thompson, Samet Oskin, Brock Nelson, John Andrews, and Stephen Colon round out the top 10, and you see the rest of your standings there also. Dale Lightning all the way down to Priya McShane. Only 4 cars unable to finish this race, and Caleb Rose finishing a lap down for a problem early on in this race that hindered the 15. And, well, we'll be starting a little deeper in the 2022 Daytona 500. But Abe, I did it. Darn it, I did it. Abe, thoughts about this first duel here at Daytona?
Well, that was just a very exciting finish there. Very exciting racing tire there, but the 4 wide that we had for to end that exciting nail-biting 4 wide race by wrecking and causing Priya McShane to go end over end, side over side in Daytona. But anyways, that was some incredible racing from all around the entire field. Congrats to my brother Thomas Troxell on an amazing victory, and thanks to Andrew Williams for helping him get there through the entire race.
Truly an exciting way to kick off the MacTools duels here at Daytona, but we got one more duel after this one. In just a moment, we will head over for the coverage for that, but here we're going to take a little bit of a break before then, and we will be right back here at Daytona. Congratulations one more time to Thomas Troxell, your pole sitter for the 2022 TRCS Daytona 500. We'll be right back here on the Trinity River Network. And we're back here for the second MacTools duel here at the World Center of Racing. We have the pole sitter and the inside lane set. It's time to set the outside line of the grid for the 2022 Daytona 500. Back up here in the booth for the second duel, Abe Troxell here with me. We saw an incredible first duel here at Daytona that ended in dramatic style. And that was under cloudy sky. We've got sunny sky here for the second duel. Now what could be expected?
Well, we can expect less grip from these drivers here today, and less grip on the track, as it's going to be a much slicker track considering the warmer conditions and the climate we're going to be getting, considering it's not cloudy anymore and it's sunny now. Beautiful sunny sky. The clouds dissipated very quickly, which is going to turn this into a slick track, and it's going to be great racing, hopefully amazing action all around, and no cars flipping 19 times in this duel, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. Maybe we can get 20 laps all the way to the end. That actually played out kind of like how Season 2's duels did. We had a big pile-up at the end of the first duel there, and that was before we had green-white checkered, so that ended under caution. This second duel had a pile-up early on, and it ended with a photo finish, so we'll just have to see how that goes. And, of course, we have the BRV2 set up for the original version of Daytona here. So, folks, I think we're in for another fabulous and hopefully cleaner duel than that first one. Well, the first one was clean for about 16 laps, and then that happened. But anyway, we are ready to get this one going here. So let's go back down trackside. We'll get you starting lineup for the second duel, and we'll get this pace lap going. And the engines will come to life here at Daytona. 20 going to come off the pit road here. It is Trey Wright on the pole position here for duel number 2, starting alongside the number 54 of Ethan Lewis. In row number 2, we find Elijah Gordon in the 24, starting alongside the 7 of Paul Antoine Cyr. In row number 3, we find the 47 of Braden Perez there, starting alongside the 88 of Mitchell Henderson. In row number 4, we find Sebastian Kukulon there, starting alongside the 46 of Christian Vargas. And rounding out the top 10 here for the second duel, we find William Brock in the 00 in the Sprite colors there. Starting on the inside of a late entry to the series, Christopher Alphaby in the Spotify number 3. We've got a lot of good super speedway racers up here in the top 10, but of course, as we did in the first duel, a lot of good ones here in the back as well. Ryan Durrani in particular, maybe starting last, but he's got a Talladega win on his resume, so we'll see how that number 10 goes. Eric Monaco's coming in, having won the New Smyrna Battle at the Beach earlier this week. He's coming in looking to have a shot to sweep the Speedweeks like Keegan Thompson almost did one season ago. Won New Smyrna, won the duel, did not win the 500. We'll see what Eric Monaco can do today. So Abe, what do you think, who do you think is going to win the second duel here at Daytona?
I'm going to ask you to give me that number 78 of Scott Upton a chance here to try to seal this victory. He's starting in the second to last row here in that number 78, but I think considering how these races have played out here at Daytona, he might have a good shot to go up there and grab that win and steal it from, as I would call, an underdog here at Daytona.
We'll have to see how it goes for Upton. Pace car down on the pit road. It's time to get the second duel underway. Wright leads them down. It's time to go green flag racing once again. Let's get this show on the road here for duel number 2 at Daytona. To the line, it's going to be Trey Wright leading lap number 1 of the second MacTools Duel, just ahead of the Diego Vasquez entry of Ethan Lewis there on the outside in the 54. The front row remains the same as it did on the pacing line, but Braden Perez now getting his way to the inside there in car 47. William Brock in behind him, Alejandro Cruz Jr. in the 05 rather, in behind the 00.
Going to pull down to the bottom in front of that 00 of William Brock. No, never mind. Brock's going to move him out of the way. The 95 goes to the outside. Here comes Brock on the inside with help from Alejandro Cruz. Brock's going to lead that lap. Cruz follows in pursuit, and then more drivers falling in that inside line, including that 14 of Blake Parker, as they are starting to get feisty here really early on here in this MacTools duel.
See Justin Zidell in the 62 on the inside there, coming off of an NOFSRL Super Cup championship 1 year ago, making his first unofficial start here in the Trinity River Cup Series in behind the 78 of Scott Upton, who they're also making their first start of any kind here on this channel, well, except for IndyCar last year, but first start in a stock car for Scott Upton. It looks like they're having a good run so far. And to the inside, here comes Trey Wright back after William Brock for the race lead here in the second duel.
Yep, Trey Wright in that number 95 KFC. KFC, I don't mean to be personal here or anything, isn't that good. But anyways, I'll get by my personal bias there. Don't mean to offend anybody in the audience. But Roberto Crown Jr. in that second car on the inside line, followed by Blake Parker, followed by that 10 car of Ryan Durrani. that all-star speed team's starting to move through the field there. Those guys started in the back early, and now here they come through the pack trying to get up there to grab that lead for that all-star speed team 1-2. As Crown is going to now try to move in front of that 95 of Trey Wright. Will he successfully? He will not. But that 00 of William Brock is making his name known there on the outside, as that outside line worked really well for Thomas Troxel in Duel 1. I don't know how well it will work for any of the other drivers now that the track's way slicker here in Duel 2.
Roberto Crown Jr. is going to try it there in the Logan Sport number 27, not getting a whole lot of drafting help there from the 00. And the All-Star Speed Team duo on the inside, the 14 of the 10, Blake Parker and Ryan Durrani, looks like they're going to pass the 27, and they will. An All-Star Speed Team 1-2 up front here in the second duel. Braden Perez right there getting a big push from the 82 of Sebastian Kukulon. And don't look now, here comes Mr. Monaco.
Eric Monaco on the inside, third car on the inside there, as that 47 car of close friend Braden Perez moving to the inside of that 14 of Blake Parker Jr., or Blake Parker, excuse me, I got confused there. But that 47 car is going to move to the lead with help from Sebastian Kukulon in a similarly colored orange car. Just, it looks kind of switched. It looks cool as the orange cars have taken the lead here at Daytona.
But looks like the red communist cars are coming behind. Mitchell Collins on the inside lane will now move to the middle, as Colin Teague, a first-time entry here, is going to go to the inside in the 97 Powerade colors for the Blackout Motorsports team and owner Noah Clifton. Big push coming there from the Best Buy 59 of Kyle McLeese, who's also making his first career start here on the Trinity River Network. Side by side at the line, Perez leads the lap, and Colin Teague all by himself, but they're 3 wide behind there for that fourth position, as Teague's now going to go to the inside for the race lead, and he's going to take it away in that 97 Chevrolet.
Yep, they are 3 deep throughout the entire field here at Daytona. Maybe starting to thin it back out to 2 wide in some places, but it is exciting and tense racing here as they are getting really close together. I was thinking they might go 4 wide in some places, but they're just not going to try to pull that trigger just yet. Oh, maybe I thought Alphabet was going to go on the inside of Kyle McLeese there, but he'll think better of it. Colin Teague is going to lead this lap here. I don't know if he'll be able to lead the next one.
I'm going to tell you, this is some of the best Daytona racing we have seen since Season 2. Honestly, coincidental or not, whether we stuck the I&I or the LPs back in from the BR version 2 version of this racetrack, but it has been tremendous here at the start of Speedweeks. I cannot wait to do 50 laps here in the Daytona 500 in just a few days. Meanwhile, here comes a first-time entry, Mitchell Henderson in the 88 for the Nelson Motorsports team. He's going to take a look at the inside of Kyle McLeese for the race lead here. Coming to lap 10 here at Daytona, it's going to be McLeese at the line, but Henderson looks like might have a chance to get the lead, as here comes the Frenchman Paul-Antoine Cyr, a first-time entry there for the Logan Sport team, bringing that Nike number 7 on the inside with help from the pole sitter of this duel, Trey Wright.
Trey Wright's also getting help from a former Super Speedway winner and Ryan there on the inside. They're going to get around Cyr, as Mitchell Henderson's going to try to hold strong on that inside with little to no drafting help. The inside of Kyle McLeese there, as the help has finally came from Mitchell Henderson. This might be enough to push him by. Here they come towards the line, hitting
Not
halfway.
quite.
McLeese will lead the lap. But
Not quite there
from
for Henderson. My goodness, that was close though, wasn't it?
Oh, we got 4 wide there for in the middle of the pack.
Oh, that's teammates Elijah Gordon and Christopher Alphaby on the outside of Justin Zidell, on the inside of Braden Perez, and now here comes Scott Upton down to the inside, trying to draft up to the backside of that 62. Well, we'll have to see here. They've made it work so far. Oh, but now with 2 lanes. This is exactly what happened in the first duel at the end of it, and they're not going to make it work. Oh, Braden Perez upside down in a huge rollover again. Braden Perez to the grass, and another terrible rollover here at Daytona. Several cars involved in this one again. Sebastian Kukulon, Justin Zidell, Christopher Alphaby, Elijah Gordon, and I think Alejandro Cruz Jr. involved in that one. Maybe Crown may have gotten. Sear got a piece there in the 7 car. Colin
announcing
Teague.
this in the race, but I believe that we have just broken the flip record that was set last duel, I should say. So that's a shame. A lot of cars involved with a major amounts of damage. There you see Braden Perez in the pit road getting ready to be teleported into the garage so they can go do some R&D on that car and realize why these cars have been flipping so much. Massive crash here.
We didn't have any rollovers here in Speedweeks in Season 2, so maybe it's not entirely like Season 2.
These Speedweeks here, we almost had 3. Kukulon went up at...
He might have clipped the catch fence a little bit.
I do think that,
there he is.
82 did clip the catch fence as he's going to go down pit road here. Seidel, I don't know what he's doing. He's
getting back into position. He was ahead of a few cars when he crossed the start-finish line. And there he will pull behind the 27 of Roberto Crown Jr. and just ahead of Paul-Antoine Sear. Kukulon, yeah, the back end looks fine. He may have just got up on the wall. He may have just clipped the catch fence a little bit. I don't know if he got up in it.
Yeah, I think that's what happened there.
I saw him go back.
I saw him go back end into the catch fence and thought we're going to have to do some catch fence repair here, but hopefully it looks like that is not the case if he was able to drive away from that.
But it's going to knock Kukulon out, and of course Braden Perez out after the second violent rollover we have seen here in Speedweeks. I hope that's not a sign of what's to come. Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly. Thank you for helping me out with that. But here it is, Mitchell Henderson leading the way here at Daytona ahead of Trey Wright, Kyle McLeese, Ryan Durrani, Scott Upton. That is the top 5. And we are probably in store for another wild run to the checkered flag like we saw in Season 2, but it doesn't look like we're going to have any slow traffic to worry about because there just won't be enough time. But I'll let you know this. We had a photo finish. I think I mentioned this in the pre-race, but we had a photo finish there between Niall O'Hare and Owen Miles. Owen Miles won by 8 thousandths of a second in that second duel in Season 2. On this track, well, it was under the lights, but it was on this track with the BRV2 stuff. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. We're going to have a tremendous run to the checkered flag, but first, let's go ahead and take a look back and see what happened to cause the second horrendous pileup here in the MacTools Duel. So we'll go ahead and watch from overhead for this one as Alpha B and Gordon, teammates, get together up into Braden Perez there, and into the outside wall they go. Perez immediately starts turning over, and just up ahead you see the second 4 wide gets into the wall. Kukulon up on his side. Sear and Alejandro Cruz Jr. also involved, and there's Seidel getting tipped off of Mitchell Collins back up into the wall, but then Braden Perez back here. Like, I thought we saw this already and wouldn't have to worry about it again with Priya McShane after the first duel, but good grief. And we did the count before we did this. 26 times over for Braden Perez in the 47. He is definitely going to be out. No question about it here. And just, that is so unfortunate for a guy who was having a pretty solid run. Looked like he was going to have a chance to at least finish in the top 10 here in this duel, but he's going to have to start last place in the Daytona 500.
So they were coming through turn 4, 4 wide, 2 lanes, the exact same situation that we had with Priya McShane's horrible accident, but it happens again. This time, Braden Perez goes over for a record 26 times. That makes it 45 rollovers that we have had during these speed weeks. A bunch of other cars taken out in this accident. Justin Seidel with major damage. Sebastian Kukulon rode the wall for a little while with his back end, but he seems to be okay. Elijah Gordon and Christopher Alphabet, teammate, started the accident that turned into Braden Perez rolling over 26 times. But Here at Daytona, we expect the best, and we sometimes get the worst that you can possibly imagine here, accounting wrecks. But anyways, it's going to be Mitchell Henderson, followed by Trey Wright, leading them back to green once we get back going here. A horrific accident leads to a caution period here at Daytona.
And hopefully it's going to be the last one we have, and we won't have to use a green-white checkered. But Mitchell Henderson, yes, he is going to lead the field to the green flag here in just a few moments. Track is clear. We're good to go. So let's head to the restart here in the second MacTools Duel. Well, we're ready to restart the second duel here at Daytona, coming about for 5 laps to go after the second horrendous pileup we've seen here. We had one right at the almost the end of the first duel, and here in the second duel we have another one, and it played out much the same, except only 2 cars out of the race this time. Sebastian Kukulon and Braden Perez, who, like Priya McShane in the last one, went for a violent rollover. Thank goodness we don't have any injuries to worry about. As the green flag is in the air, we are racing once again here at Daytona. 5 to go in the second MacTools Duel.
Please already to the inside of that number 95 of Trey Wright, as Mitchell Henderson is going to continue to hold that lead. Unlike the first duel, the top 3 actually got off to a pretty good start there. Upton has moved in the 4th with help from Ryan Durrani. Colin Teague is holding strong somehow with all that damage. I don't know how long that's going to last for him, but usually these cars are way slower. But for some reason, Teague is actually holding his own with massive rear-end damage, as here comes that 78 of Scott Upton to the inside of Kyle McLeese. He's going to try to see if he can get to the inside of Mitchell Henderson, but Henderson's going to start coming down, and now he's going to be put 3 wide by Ryan Durrani.
Durrani there on the inside in the Comfort Suites colors. Upton looked like they were going to go 5G fast all the way on the inside, but not quite. Gets put in the middle sucker hole, and now will get freight trained, but now goes up to the outside lane. Kyle McLeese trying to get to the backside of Mitchell Henderson, down to the inside as we're coming to 3 laps to go this time, and Best Buy is going to go to the lead with Kyle McLeese in the 59.
Yep, and then Mitchell Henderson is going to come down and secure that second place spot. Here comes that 54 Monkey Racing car, Ethan Lewis there, and as they are coming towards these two. These two have pulled away with a decent gap, but I don't think it's going to be lasting for very long, as there goes Henderson back to the inside of McLeese there for the first position.
No, and I think that might be the end of McLeese right there, as here comes the rest of the field. Lewis and Crown right there. Durrani in the 10 as well. Lewis going to try to get to the inside of Henderson, rounding turn 4. He's going to be there on the inside, coming to 2 laps to go.
Let's give a shout to Colin Teague here with that massive rear end damage. He's moved his lane inside the top 5. This is otherworldly, as I have never seen this in any NOFSRL race, any NR race for that matter. A damaged car at a super speedway battling for the win. That is as shocking as it gets around here. This is why you come watch the Trinity River Cup Series, because you get amazing racing from damaged cars.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, look who's behind him right now.
Eric
the Auto
Monaco.
Nation Battle at the Beach winner, Eric Monaco, trying to continue his quest to sweep the Speedweeks, but they're side by side, 2 by 2 up front. Roberto Crown Jr. nosing ahead of Ethan Lewis as the white flag is getting ready to come out. 1 lap to go here in the second MacTools Duel. Crown led at that line. Who will lead the next one?
Here comes Blake Parker on the inside of that number 25 of Monaco. That looks to be the end of Monaco's chances, considering if a wreck happens or not. But Colin Teague is staying decently glued to that back bumper, that 27, but the outside lane is holding strong. Ethan Lewis, it looks like he has cleared that number 27 of Roberto Crown Jr., and maybe even the 88 of Henderson, which he is not close enough yet. But Ethan Lewis is going to... He is gone. Ethan Lewis is going to pull to the inside here.
That's going to be it. Ooh, lap traffic ahead. Elijah Gordon, but they're going to get around him, and at the line, Ethan Lewis wins the outside pole position for the Daytona 500.
That almost got really catastrophic there for that 54 team. Elijah Gordon going about 30 miles per hour slower than these guys are.
Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of damage on that 24. Don't know why the 24 was so slow, but man, Ethan Lewis. How about that team? A brand new team this year, and Ethan Lewis already has a win to his name. It came right here at Daytona last June in the AutoNation 400, the summer Daytona race. And it happened just about like that with a late race charge. Of course, we used a different version for that. We used the BBMC version, but we're back here on the original version with BR stuff. Ethan Lewis showing that it wasn't a fluke. He's going to be starting on the outside for the Season 4 Daytona 500. How about this guy?
Yeah, that is an incredible run by that new team, really making a statement on why they'll be here for seasons to come, as the good driver and team pairing can go a long way in this series. As I also want to give a shout out to that number 97 of Colin Teague, as I said before, with that massive damage he had on the rear end. Getting 5th place, he's going to be starting, looks like to be 10th in the field here. And just incredible, it's just an incredible race, I would say. Ethan Lewis made that outside line stick just as Thomas Troxel did in the first duel with Andrew Miller. But instead, Ethan Lewis does it with Mitchell Henderson here, beating out Roberto Crown Jr. and all the other drivers on the inside lane, and they will be starting 2nd and 4th. Just an incredible race all around with another massive accident with, I believe, the driver has gone over more than 20 times. It most likely beats the record that Priya McShane set for most rollovers in the first duel, but I just have no idea. That was just an incredible race all around. It played out nearly exactly like the first duel did.
Almost to a T, absolutely. But hey, again, congratulations to Ethan Lewis. Where did he come from? But right there around the outside, he came with a big push from Mitchell Henderson, who gets 2nd. Roberto Crown Jr., who was on the inside, still manages a podium position there. He finishes 3rd. Kyle McLeese 4th. Colin Teague 5th. Eric Monaco, his chance to try to sweep the Speedweeks comes to an end here in duel number 2, but still 6th place. He's going to be starting 12th. That's a fabulous starting position for the driver of that 25. Blake Parker in 7th, Trey Wright 8th, William Brock 9th, and Scott Upton rounds out the top 10. Only 2 cars failed to finish this one. Sebastian Kukulon and Braden Perez and Elijah Gordon, the only other one off the lead pace. So, any other thoughts on the second duel here, Abe?
Elijah Gordon, he only went a lap down on the last lap coming to the front straightaway because I'm guessing he has blown a cylinder in his engine or something of the sort, but otherwise a great race from all around besides the massive hellacious accident that we had for the second time in these duels. But congratulations to Ethan Lewis, congratulations to Monkey Racing. I'll be seeing them hopefully at the Daytona 500 later on.
Surely will, and that's going to do it here for the 2022 MacTools Duel. Congratulations to the winner of the first one, who Thomas Troxel. I was about to say I couldn't think of it. Thomas Troxel won the first one, and Ethan Lewis, who wins the second one here at the Daytona International Speedway under sunny skies, but they both played out, strangely enough, about the same way. That's the most surprising thing to me. But they were both tremendous, and if this is what we're going to see for 50 laps in a few days on Sunday at 1 p.m. right here on the Trinity River Network, this is going to be a fabulous 4th Daytona 500, and I am just so excited to get it going. Thanks to Abe Troxel for commentating with me here in the duels, and we will see you in just a few days here, right back here at the Daytona International Speedway for the 4th Trinity River Cup Series Daytona 500. Y'all have a good one, folks. We'll see you on Sunday. welcome to the NOFSRL.